Hi guys, welcome to the review about the Rodent's Ferplast small animal cage. So I bought this about 1 week ago, and that's the big one. The large one. There's also smaller option. Actually, there's a lot of different options, but not all are sold on Amazon. And I wanted to make sure that I get it fast, that I have return possibilities. So I decided to buy it on Amazon, but of course you have other options too. So here is how it looks. That's the big one. So it has on the right side, it has this additional part. The left side, like this one, is actually one piece at the button, and there's an extra piece on the right side. I think you can have this with a small house, but here we have it like, yeah, it's basically the toilet. We try to get them clean, so using this as toilet, restroom, whatever, and keep this part clean, and usually it works more or less. So it's a beginning, they have to get used to that, but it looks like it will work. So it was a little bit difficult to put together. It took me between half an hour and 45 minutes to put it together, but at the end it worked. A few things are a little bit difficult, like these edges here. They are a little bit difficult, and there's no good explanation also here at the corners. These things are not very well described, so you will probably end up just trying how this thing works. At least with the long cage, which I have here, you have this thing a little bit overlapping. So this thing here you can lock, and when you want to remove one part, then yeah, it's difficult to put it back with one hand. I'm just trying, a little bit struggling with this thing, so I think it holds. Yeah, so this black extra part here is just laying more or less. It's secured, but it's on the other cage part, so this is actually double and usually not needed. And I think you can remove the whole right part here and then close it with this extra thing, so you would be able to clean. That was my idea, to remove this right part and clean it outside and bring it back, but it's not really easy to remove, so we just have decided to use the shuffle at the moment to clean and not removing it, because it's really difficult. You see this thing, brackets here, and also from underneath these two boxes, the one on the right side and the one on the left side, you have to stick them into each other, and when you want to remove it, you have to push with your finger underneath, like on this thing, on this I don't know how it's called, this rim or whatever it is. You have to push from underneath to unlock, otherwise you won't be able to separate this part on the right side, so it's almost impossible to remove it while the animals are still on the left side. So that's a little bit of a problem. And also, when you want to open that, you can't open it from the top. You can only open all the parts. You can actually only open from the side. This part and also the long part you can also open from the side. And to open it's quite easy, even if there's some kind of lock here, but if you push a little bit up, it's not too difficult. You can even do it with one hand, you see, and you can lean it back, so it's secure, it doesn't fall down, and you have access to the restroom or whatever, so you can easily clean. it's just a little bit unstable when it's open. Yeah, open it again. You can see it's a little bit unstable, but as long as you don't open any other part of the cage, it's still pretty good. It's still pretty safe. It doesn't fall apart while you're cleaning it, so works pretty good. I like more actually this type of cage, but it's not available in a larger size. But this is actually what I like. When yeah, so you can easily open from the top and you can pet your pets. So here you can't open from the top. That's a little bit bad, but you can still open from the side. This is quite easy. You open that like this, and you can access if you want to clean or feed or whatever. You just have to watch. You put it back here. So overall, it's a little bit flimsy. It's not the very best quality. Also here you see one of the rabbits tried to escape and he bit into this, and that was only a couple of days ago, and it's already rusting. I mean, it's Florida, of course. There's a lot of humidity, but I'm really surprised because yeah, this one, which is a couple of years old, almost looks is almost in better shape than at least this part of the cage, but it's the only part. So, and they have been quieting down, so they, of course, they bite into that, but now they are quiet. They had to get used to the new cage. They were used to the old cage, which they were using for years, and so it took them some time to get used to this cage, but now they're used to that. I think they are quite relaxed and happy. So this also comes with this feeding thing here, the red plate. That's pretty good, working pretty good. It also fits to this thing here. You can put it on top of this, but with two rabbits we don't use it. We have this Lixit drinking bottle, which is of course much better than the thing provided. There is a drinking bottle or even two provided, but they have really small opening. I really recommend this one. This has a really wide opening. You can go into that with a brush and clean properly. So this is the thing, the way to go. But what I like are these trays for the hay. Yeah, that's really good. They can really eat from inside. It's no problem, and it's outside, so it's really secure, because a couple of years ago a lot of people were using them inside, and the rabbits got trapped into that and they got seriously injured. So this can't happen when you have this outside. Works really good. We even attached it to the other cage, worked even here. So that's, yeah, I think that's it. So it works at the end. You have to a little bit get used to the whole thing. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to put together, especially push together, when you have the bottom plate and you attach this and the other long plate like this one here. You have to really push. You have to push it down and really hard push from the side. With all other things, it doesn't need a hard push. When it looks like you need to push hard, then you're probably wrong. The only places where you have to push hard are really these things where you have to push hard from the side. All other things don't need hard push. Then when you think you need to hard push, you're probably really wrong, and you have to be careful not to damage anything. So yeah, here there's another additional part. I can't remember exactly, so you have here a lot of additional parts. What I have to tell in the description, most of the things work in the description. Yeah, there's an instruction how to assemble, and unfortunately there is just one set of instruction, and that should fit for the smaller and for the bigger cage, and so it's sometimes a little bit difficult to figure out especially when you have the long cage, how it should be, but it's just a little bit of trial and error. And especially these two parts here, this thing here on the right side and this thing on the left side, I think it's described as only one part in the description if you have the long side. So it's actually two parts, one here, one here. So yeah, that's actually it from my side. I would say it's not the very best quality, but it's quite versatile. It works at the end. You have to a little bit get used to that, but if you want to have a really large cage which you can clean and which really works, you probably have to stick with that. So I would give maybe a 4-star out of 5 stars because some of the minor problems, but yeah, at the end you can really use that. Rabbits are safe, they are happy, you can easily clean. You don't have all the options as with other cages, but it is as it is. So I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.